Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge, and I think it's another video where I've got to say sorry, because if I don't do this, I'm a massive hypocrite. But I'm massively conflicted because obviously Man United beat Liverpool and I want Man United to beat Liverpool. But I saw something today and I thought, you know what? If this was anybody not involving Man United, I'd be all over this like icing on cake. I really would, because look, I think Man United deserved to win yesterday. Maybe you can tell me I'm wrong. I think we deserved to win today. Yes, yesterday. It could have gone to Liverpool, whatever. But we're talking about Michael Oliver and we're talking about the decision. And I did wait till today to see whether there would be any explanation from the PGMOL or anything like that. And all we've really had is that Michael Oliver didn't see it. Now, I watched it back 6 times before I did this video, right? Michael Oliver is 10 metres away looking at Van Dijk and McAllister collide. He then watches them fall to the floor and then he watches it as the play develops. He is not looking away. He is not seeing that. He sees that. So if that's what Howard Webb and the PGMOL are going to say, I'm sorry, go and watch the goal yourselves. And specifically, don't watch Ahmad. Don't watch what Mbeumo does. Watch Michael Oliver. He watches McAllister go down, he sees him holding his head, and he plays on. So that, my friends, is wrong. It is wrong. I said it at the time. I feel no guilt as a Man United fan because we've been talking about this on That's Football for so many years. Like, officiating in this country is crap. And I think even yesterday we saw how long, and on Saturday we saw how long, you know, they take between free kicks and stuff, and they don't let the game flow. Ironically, Michael Oliver did let the game flow, but you can't. You can't do it because the protocol of a serious head injury means you must blow your whistle immediately. And you cannot say you didn't see it because I've watched it back and you did see it. You just decided not to do something. Yet again, we had a referee that decided not to follow the rules. And it happened to Man United 3 weeks ago against Brentford when a referee and a VAR room decided to go, Nathan Collins didn't pull back the last man and it's not a red card when it is. And I think as football fans, I can sit here smugly and say, yeah, Man United won it, but I have waited for this, and I'm sure a lot of you've waited for this. Will they try and justify it? And the reality is they can't. And the reality is we probably should focus in on it and draw attention to it because certain media outlets won't do it again. Certain call-in stations won't do it again. I don't want to do it because it's Man United who won the game, but to be honest with you, it happened in the second minute. If he'd given the head injury, I still think we might have won the game. I don't think it didn't. It's not like Man United scored that goal and then Liverpool dominated us and they just couldn't score. We were very much in that game for most of it. And we won it when it went to 1-1. So I don't want to use that as it was definitely a goal Michael Oliver was right to play on. Because he wasn't. And if that happened to United against Brighton next week and it's our midfielder who goes down with a head injury that's bleeding, I'd be saying that's a joke. That's a joke. You were looking right at it. It didn't happen in the corner of the pitch where you weren't looking. You were looking right at it. You kept looking at it and then you carried on. At what point does your brain kick in and go, that's a head injury, I'm meant to blow the whistle. He's down on the floor holding his head, I'm meant to blow the whistle. He should have blown the whistle. I mean, and we benefited from him not, but he should have blown the whistle. And you cannot say, I didn't see it, because you did. You did. You're looking at it for at least 2 or 3 seconds. You see it and you decide to play on. So why did you decide to play on? And we can't have he didn't see it because he did. So why did you play on? Why did you as a referee decide to not follow the rules? And this is a referee again that represents England in World Cups and Euros. Why was it you decided to ignore the rule book and play on? And we won't get that answer, will we? Because what these referees do is do what they like. In this country, we have referees that just decide to interpret the rules how they like. Now, I'm not talking about Man United against Liverpool here. I'm talking about something we've spoken about as a community for a very long time here. The officiating in this country is pissing people off because it's not consistent. We're confused. And I know so many Man United fans that I've spoken to today on live chats and stuff like that who have all said, yeah, we got away with one, but next week it'll happen to us. And that's the quality of Premier League football now. It's not, I don't hear United fans saying Michael Oliver got it right to play on, because he didn't. I just hear Man United fans going, well, you know, it's not like it hasn't happened to us. It'll happen to us again. And that's what Premier League football fans are doing now. we're losing sympathy for clubs who get these incidents because we're like, well, that's just the standard of the refereeing in this country. So I don't think Liverpool can use that as a reason. They can use it as a reason to not be 1-0 down in 2 minutes. I don't think it changes the game, and I think Arne Slot was correct about that. You can't use that as the excuse. You've got plenty of time to get back in the game. You did get back in the game, and then you conceded a winner anyway. So you can't use that as your excuse. What we can do as a collective set of football fans is say, why is that referee made that decision? Take Man United out of it, take Liverpool out of it, and look at the decision and go, why has he decided not to do that? When the day before in the Fulham-Arsenal game, a Fulham player goes down where he's been caught in the face and the referee stops it instantly. A Liverpool player goes down with a serious head injury and he says play on. And that is what we're talking about here. Just like why we're talking why Liverpool didn't get that Bournemouth player sent off on the opening day for volleying the ball away with his hand. Just like why didn't Fulham's goal get given against Chelsea when it was a legitimate play and it wasn't a foul. These decisions are not right, and they do need to get called out, in my opinion. It is difficult, but I don't want to be a hypocrite. I've spoken so many times about the officiating in this country. They don't let the game flow. And I'd more than happily sit down with Howard Webb, and I'm sure many of you would as well, and honestly give him evidence of why he's doing such a bad job with the PGMOL and how the game is not allowed to flow. You're getting decisions wrong. You're in, where's the capture for this? Why is this happening? Why is the so-called best referee in the country not aware of the rules? That's the other thing as well. I mean, I'd love an explanation from Michael Oliver because I didn't see it is bullshit. I don't know the rule is even worse. I ignored the rule. Well, that's even, that's another thing. So, look, there's 3 interpretations there. I didn't see it. Well, you bloody did. I didn't know the rule. Why are you refereeing then? I decided to ignore the rule. There is no other excuse, I don't think. But next week, it's coming to a club near you, 100%. Yeah. I thought about not doing it, but I thought, if I don't do this video, I am a little bit of a hypocrite. And it's hard to do it because club loyalty makes me want to go, oh, shut up, play on like it says on your shirt. But it all started because of Liverpool and the offside against Spurs. And I don't like Liverpool. I want Arsenal to win the league. But my principles will kick in for the greater good. I love football. And I do think the inconsistent interpretation of rules is not right. And it does need to be called out. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Speak to you in a bit. Take care. Oh, God. Ow.